your girl Fancy with Tips for Tuesday, and I'm like so excited about this new series coming up that I'm going to be doing on the church. That's why I'm standing in front of the Grace Community Christian Church in Kennesaw, Georgia. But anyway, what I'm going to be talking about is like the church. Is it outdated? Is it still something that functions in this time?
Series will cover the origin, the relevance, and purpose of the church, as well as the impact of the pandemic on the
The first
church.
thing is, people, when it comes to church, they have all these reasons why they don't go, because many things that have happened. And so we're going to talk about that, and our first guest is up next.
John is going to tell us a little bit of why he doesn't go to church anymore.
So I stopped going to church because it was really long and I work all week, and then my kids got sports during the week. So then on Wednesday, they be tired, and if they don't have sports on Wednesday, they be tired on Wednesday, and then it's like a lot, and the service be way too long on Wednesday and on Sunday. And I was dragged
Remember,
to it
just
when I was a
'cause you have an
kid and
excuse
stuff,
doesn't
and I
make it
just
valid.
was like, it's long. And then on top of it, the pastor, he be preaching about like Moses super old. Moses happened a long time ago. Like, how that relate to now, you know what I'm saying? Like, still telling them same old Bible stories. And then then a lot of pastors, they be driving like all these expensive cars, Mercedes and Lamborghinis and stuff, and I just don't know why a pastor needs to have all that. So I just be having church at home.
All right, so let's start with the first one where he said church is long. He works all week. All right, so listen, everybody. There are all different types of churches, and I'm positive churches are like clubs. Okay, there's so many different types, and what I always tell people, and I think this is a very good analogy, is that you do never go to a club, right, and say, that I didn't like the music, I didn't like, this, I didn't like that, the drinks were expensive, and then say to yourself, like, I'm never going to another club ever in my life. But why do people do that when they're in their pursuit of finding a great church? Like, why is that the option? Like, I didn't like that one, so I'm not going to any other. Like, no, you continue to go until you find one that is able to give you the word and the praise and worship and all of that in a reasonable time that you feel is good for you. The scripture says that the Lord gives us pastors
after his own
our
heart.
heart. And so you're going to find one, if you search and if you care, that is going to be perfect for you, perfect length, perfect word, perfect worship, and it's going to fill your spirit and give you all you need for that long work week. All right, so number 2, he said that it's about a lot of different stories of things that happened many years ago, and like, how does that relate to me, he wants to know. So here's the thing, that the way God is and the way he designed that word, it's so awesome that even those things that happened so many years ago are very relatable to the things that we have going on in our life now. And you have to find you a good pastor that knows how to take those biblical principles and relate it to current day and age. Of course, DM me if you want some suggestions, you know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, don't give up on the search to find the right place to worship, because one thing that we're going to continue to talk about as these weeks go on is going someplace important. I know a lot of people think like, I can have church at home. Can you? All right, we'll talk about that next week. I love you all. Thanks for stopping by. It's Tips for Tuesday. I'm out.